Hey, Snoobs, how's it going, man? Welcome everybody watching it back. Okay, this is the mutant one where we want... Oh, that's a little different. Now it's damaging effect. Okay. Oh. Okay, well that's new. And then that should be simple. Say Lumitrix for the Void. Then mutants with damaging effects. Onslaught is basically cheating. Would be very good. But let's go a little outside that. Cool, cool. Hey, Jaden, how's it going, man? I really like the story this season. For those of you who haven't played through yet. Oh no. The video's skipping again. It was so good last night. Hmm. Unfortunate. I don't even know what to do there. Plenty of memory. Barely touching the CPU. Hmm. All right, we'll see what we can do. I don't know why there was a Microsoft Edge process running in the background. Pretty good. Christmas really snuck up, though. Fair enough. Yeah, I hear you on the season. My family has kind of moved more and more away from big gifts, but we'll have a few small things, and I'm looking forward to that. But I hear you. That's awesome, Sue. I'm really glad you got a job lined up. That's sweet. When we did the table read for this month, I read for Aegon, but like I had no idea what voice to do for him, so I kind of just played it straight. Not my best performance. Hey, Steve. Yeah, I wonder if it's maybe on my computer level at this point, because when I started up the computer today, I was not a huge fan of the noises my computer was making. So it honestly might just not be its best right now. Yeah, Steven, I hear that. I cannot wait to open things. Which, kind of annoying that I'm going to wait to buy things, but so it goes. Yeah, fair enough. Night shift is tough. It really is, Jaden. It's a rough spot. I wish you luck. Okay, I did walk into that. Doesn't matter. Oh, you too, Goodman. Let me guess. You're upset about the tier 5 alpha. Oh, that was dumb. Ah, classic. How'd I end up with my job? I got lucky. Um, I was below the poverty line near the end of the pandemic because there was not a lot of live music performance work going around. And I was specifically a brass player, which is breathing out um, professionally. So we were getting even less work than string players. It was a pretty rough time. I was also going through some physical stuff that was making it harder for me to play. And so I was open to a change. And I was encouraged to apply to Kabam. I reached out to Janik, who I already knew there. He further encouraged me. I applied for a balance designer job. Did not get it, but impressed enough in interviews that they talked to me about champion design, and the rest is recent history. Um, so yeah, like I said, I got lucky. I would not have been in that position if I hadn't been playing this game, if I had been playing this game at a high level, if I hadn't been engaging with it through my YouTube channel, because that put me in a lot of conversations about the game on a deep level. If I hadn't been playing D&D through the pandemic and thinking about things in more of a game design lens, because that's what DMing does if you're homebrewing stuff, it all just kind of lined up well. Thanks, Jay. I'm glad to hear that. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not doing this tonight. We got a long banquet ahead of us. I can explain to you why the crystal is perfectly reasonable later. Thanks, Jaden. It is pretty sweet. Not gonna lie. In getting them to apply, kind of, yeah. I encourage, excuse me. I did encourage, all of them to apply. But I was not why they were hired. Right. And I'm not entirely sure exactly which side of that you meant, but just saying it to say it. I wasn't in any of their interviews. I wasn't consulted for them being hired, but I did tell all of them to apply when those jobs were open, yeah. Them and others, honestly. So it doesn't always work out. It's the flip side of that. Uh, yeah, no. I know Snoops. But as I'm addressing the question in general, it's worth saying out loud. Oh yeah. Need to use a different class on this one. Okay, Isophene will be fine. Overseer, Falcon, etc. Skill. No, definitely not Dante. Where is he? Yeah. Like, it's not restricted to personal, but it is very clearly restricted to a withered debuff. And the relic applies a passive, if I remember correctly. I appreciate that, Snoops. It is indeed a big game. Uma. Hey, Zemo, how's it going? Yeah, that would have been way too strong, Dante. Dex once and you get the benefit of one of the strongest synergies in the game. That buff is coming up soon, huh? Just realized I don't think I've actually played it. There's been so much stuff going on lately. Oh, my bad. I do not know the Chance Indigo. I've never looked it up. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Snoops. Happens a lot with these characters. Whoop. Jeez, Gwen. Hey, work, how's it going? And there comes Jaden with our latest illustration that human brains are excellent at pattern recognition, whether the patterns are there or not. Hey, Omega. Recently discovered not only is German Party metal a thing, but a thing I like. uh, I'm not entirely sure what German Party metal is. I know Electric Callboy, but I haven't really dug into things beyond that. Does that count? Or is that much too mild? This is what happens when I don't fully read the nodes. Because in hindsight, very clear, bringing Joaquin doesn't matter if they put a buff on you when you dex anyway. But he was fine. They are a whole lot of fun. Yeah. I don't know a lot of their stuff. What was the most recent one that came out? I know Elevator Operator. That's fun. There was something else recently that honestly I don't think I liked as much as Elevator Operator, but it was good. Okay. Science. Maybe that's the one that I saw? I don't remember. Okay, so if we don't knock them down too often, then Chitinous Thorns doesn't matter. Brace is so annoying. Okay, that should be fine though. Hey Sans, how's it going? Whoop. Oh no, poison! Alright. Oh, I haven't changed his relic yet. I need to do that. Okay, next step this weekend is definitely cleaning my computer. Also, I'm remembering this table read very clearly, so I am going to start skipping the dialogue. But if you haven't seen it, you should read it. It's good. Oh, no, wait. I need to go to special 2. That was a waste. I can never remember how long his freaking special one is. There we go. No, it's not day 1 dust. I've cleaned out my computer before. It has been a little bit. I'm not sure I've done it since I moved, which is a few months now. It is time. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. Come here. Nope. Okay. That counts. Coliseum practice pays off. Which champions has the dust seen the creation of? At this point, probably just Pavita and Blue Marvel. It's not that old. This computer is older than my job at Kabam, though. I've had this tower since I was in Pittsburgh. There is indeed story. I actually think it's good. Back in the can you go. Solvark twitching constantly is such a nice little touch. Dude is unhinged. Insane. I'm glad you're having fun with it, Omega. Hey, Double P, how's it going, man? I can see that, Snoops. Like, always on the edge of going nuts with the roid rage. Whoop. I ignored the timer. Get corrosions. Corroded. Get corroded. That's the one. Definitely missed that delivery. Alright. Come on, buddy. Cool. Tech. Who's the boss? Alright. Cool, that's fun. Yeah, why not? Let Sauron have his day. Okay. How much was the node expanded? Okay, quite a bit. So Zola will go nuts. I don't think I need to use future Ant-Man as well. Yeah, but I can. Just all 4 of my techs. It's funny, Dawson. I tend to prefer more variety than that. But to each their own. I should have thrown this after special too. That's fun too. Spoilers. Read the story. It's good. Very Mass Effect. I didn't have a charge. Okay, I was like, why did I not phase there? No, the usual problem. Alright, don't use Viv here. Well, that's pretty silly. Man, the stream was behaving so well yesterday. Really gotta get this fixed before I try and go 24 hours. Pretty darn good for only having 3 Furies. Yeah, I'm planning on a double P. I do need to, like, call someone, I think, and confirm, hey, is it actually fine to do a full month after? But they do have an FAQ on their website that says it doesn't have to be on the day of. So, give it a shot. Throw, please. Oh, you jerk. I'm still just so floored that I got no crits during that special, too. Thanks, Dante. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, Maker's very good. But Maker doesn't consistently kill in 3 bars and is more utility than raw damage, and his damage is not big yellow numbers, and all of those things are difficult for certain kinds of tier list people. Not all. I'm being nuanced. But some for sure. Lumatrix is so Asterion. Sam's probably the best RPG answer to this. That's okay. Yeah, we can bring another. Mystics are very strong. Give them a go. Tier lists have some value. I look at tier lists for games I don't know as well as this one. Just gotta be careful with them. You know what? I definitely forgot that this was personal space and that those are indefinite. Mojo's still doing fine, but that was dumb of me. There. Now we got the feet. It really depends on who you talk to, Dante. there are tons of people who are having a grand old time in MCOC, never touching Battlegrounds and doing a lot of questing. I think Battlegrounds is like the foremost, most obvious game mode right now. Um, you could even call it like no, I don't even want to say that. Yeah, foremost I think makes sense. It's the highest profile, but not by miles. I do think people overestimate how much further along it is. I mean, yes and no, Miguel, because like another first off, some of the people who complain about BGs are absolutely just the people playing BGs complaining about it. But also, like, people who don't play complaining isn't disqualifying, right? Because maybe they would play if the subject of their complaints was. Sorry to hear that, Shu. On some level, though, that is the point. I'm gonna be completely honest, because this game is a character collector, and you know how you can fix that for next month? Is try and build your roster, right? Which classes did you have the most trouble with? Prioritize rank ups there. Try and make sure that you have access to class appropriate utility. Oh, Cathedra's going to be really good for this instant ring. This is what I brought him for. Hey, Leroy, how's it going? Okay, now I actually want her to throw a special, so push. Thank you. Yeah, skill tends to be a little tricky. I think that one, after the changes, is probably still the narrowest. I do get what you're saying though, Dante. Like a lot of tier lists are definitely aimed pretty heavily at battlegrounds. Soup. Yeah, Tiger with 3 Furies is disgusting. I definitely am, yeah. Looking forward to it. But things are going pretty well for me. A lot going on at work because we're preparing for next year. There's big stuff. Um, but life is generally pretty good in the localized sense. Tomorrow is my last day of work for the year because then I'm taking the next 2 weeks off, and I am really looking forward to that. Y'all will hear from me because I will be streaming, but I am planning on taking things pretty chill. Haha. Groot versus Mojo, sir. Got cocky. A lot has been said about the sale, Double P. I'm not going to say any more about it for now. All will be revealed in due time. Hold on. What is the protection again? Ah, okay. Cool. Whoa, my bad. Yes, it absolutely will be, Leroy. It's been a very insane Q4. Productive. Things will go well, but it's been a lot. Alright, one more and we can pick this back up tomorrow. Cosmic. Okay, unique buffs. Anti-miss. Okay. I do not remember fighting this version of Imperiosa, honestly. Kushala Comfort. So we'll do that. Gonna bring Chavez as well. And we'll be more than fine with just these. Adam would be really fun, but is definitely a little, how you say, risky. This should be fine. I don't need to use the big guns. Sooner than I would normally throw the special one, but now we're full ranked. That's Angela. Ouch. Not cool. Alright, we'll block the special too. We'll be fine. Did nothing expected, and we are going to kill before we get to the special. Also as expected. That's fun. fine. Not ideal, but fine. I'm really glad the butterfly mask thing shows up in both Psylocke's and Captain Britain's animations. It's a cool thing. Loaded. Okay, step one, beta heavy. The heck was that? Oh, I know what I should be doing there. Hold on. It's been a while. I'm out of practice against her. Okay, now throw. Okay. To explain that a little bit, like, it's possible to do that much fight, or that fight much better, but the reason that I wanted to play with America is that her orange dimension reduces Fury and Pierce potency, both. And so if you can get the hinder up by punishing heavy, and then go medium, medium while you have an orange dimension or two up, and then Imperiosa throws their specials, then the buffs will be locked in at a much lower potency. Again, there are other options, and I could have played that one better, but that's what I was having fun with there. Okay. That later. Anything to open today? Excuse me. This stuff doesn't matter, but I'm just clearing it out a bit. So we're going to have a number of crystals to open tomorrow. I'm glad, Leroy, because I realized as I was going, I was just being silent and really not being a good host. So I'm glad that helped. Pulled a sunspot dupe in a while. He is still in there. Okay. If I feel like I can get my computer back in a better spot for streaming tomorrow, then I may stream some of the opening there. If not tomorrow, then I'll probably just... I may just record it. I don't know. I feel weird about crystal opening videos these days. Feels like people get weird about them. But I know this is a big one, and I know a lot of y'all want to know what I get, so I'll either record it or I'll plan on streaming sometime on Saturday. We'll see. It's almost upon us. And I think what I'm planning to do, for anybody curious, because we know that the good stuff in the store won't be until next Tuesday, I'm not planning on spending any money at all tomorrow. But I am going to go ahead and burn through the units I've got here, which will mean like I'm just or no. I have basically what is that? 115 crystals worth of units, plus there will be some more in the milestones. There always are. So it'll probably be somewhere around 130, 140 crystals. And then we'll revisit things on Tuesday. So, yeah, I'm going to open a fair bit one way or another. But take care, everybody, and have a good one.